Hello everybody, Clive5 here, bringing you another StarCraft 2 commentary, this time part 3 of our fake best of 3 between vileSyNc and the vileSyNc. By the way, he happens to be the red Protoss here in the 1 o'clock location, versus this has been pretty much a fail best of 3. I'm getting the bad ones out of my system before the land tomorrow. This is Mass, by the way. The blue Zerg, you know, the creepy little insect-looking things. These guys sitting down here in the 7 o'clock location. This map, that's Daybreak, isn't it? I don't even know who that guy is who just popped up on my BattleNet. Have you ever had that where over time you just sort of amass enough people that you're just like, who is that guy? So anyway, I should probably go away and do this thing busy when I'm, there we go, when I log on to do replays so that those little notifications don't bother me. Or something to that effect. So anyway, did I mention that this map this is Daybreak, right? You know, there's so many new maps all the time I just can't remember. So yeah, this is totally fail, non-pro, terrible set of replays. But some are not so great. That just happens, I guess. vileSyNc looks like, once again, going for the Forge Fast Expand, so his PVZ is pretty much set in stone, it looks like. And I'm hoping that we don't get to the point in StarCraft 2 where a Protoss player is forced to go Forge Fast Expand against a Zerg player. I would think, and you know, it was Fusion who was telling me about this massive Roach build that's ZVP. Basically a triple expand, or double, I guess it'd be double expand. Oh, here comes the drone. Will he be able to block, plant down that pylon? Pro, sort of. And Zerglings are out, so actually, well, he must have scouted the. I'm so unpro right now. Yeah, okay, so the spawning pool was scouted right away, but still looked like vileSyNc was going to try to block the expansion. Not so successful because the Zerglings were out. And once again, hey, photon cannons. Now, I was mentioning before, the photon cannons, and maybe this is before the Roach range upgrade has come about, but if you plant the photon cannons back a space between your gateways and the photon cannon, your front door, whatever, you get it. So it's like photon cannon, space, gateway, and the roaches here. The roaches won't be able to reach the photon cannon, but the photon cannon will be able to reach the roaches. Range 7. Yeah, don't roaches have range like 6 or something? Range 5 maybe? I don't remember. I don't remember. So what? Here comes that triple expansion from Mass. I'll be keeping an eye out to see if vileSyNc rather actually scouts this. Scouts that third. Looks like he's bringing a probe around. He might actually catch it. Oh, gonna try to intercept that probe. His Zergling here at this Zalnaga watchtower caught that the probe was moving out and gonna try to catch it, but it looks like Sync is going to see that third expansion, and that's exactly one he wanted to catch. I don't think he's gonna. Can a single Zergling break down a probe without speed? Because that shield regen, he's up to full shields again. He needs 2. He needs a buddy. It's the buddy system, taking down those probes. So, Cybernetics Core, researching that warp gate tech, as per usual. You know, it seems as though I can't stay focused on a single notification. I want to tell you about the LAN that's happening tomorrow in Missouri, so check that out. Also, MLG Spring Arena check your local barcrafts on either Reddit or Team Liquid forums. Barcrafts are super fun. I know I've kind of raved about them before, but you definitely need to try to get involved in a barcraft. In Minnesota, we do barcrafts at the New Hope Cinema Grill. It's like the perfect venue because they have basically they serve you drinks and food there, and you're also watching on a big screen because it's in a cinema. Stalker and Zealot coming out here. It doesn't look like there's a whole lot to defend, just this single queen here. There are a few Zerglings here. They aren't going to do a whole lot against this this composition, but a couple more Zerglings morphing in. And oh, almost able to take out that queen. Nice positioning from that Stalker just so it doesn't get surrounded, and wow, the queen goes down. That's no good at all, but it does look like the Stalker's now surrounded. Drones actually make pretty quick work out of Stalkers, surprisingly. But it looks like the warp gate research has now completed, and I don't know whether to anticipate that or not. Oh, hallucination. Doesn't look like vileSyNc is going to get too aggressive here at all. So here comes that fourth hatcher again. This is a very similar build as what he tried to do in Game 1. However, he was just not able to produce enough roaches to outdo the Blink Stalkers. Now, it doesn't look like Sync is actually getting Blink this time. He has instead elected to build a robotics facility, and that Overseer going down, that's a big loss. You don't want to lose an Overseer, especially if you're just peeking in to take a look. Where is that? Oh, there it is. The robotics facility, and that is actually producing the the large Stalker with the shields. Oh, jeez. I'm sorry, folks. This is clearly not my commentating day. But it's good that I'm getting this not so great stuff out of my system now before I actually am sort of on the line for this. Now, I'm kind of concerned once again for mass because there are lots of sentries out. The roaches do have... Oh, they don't have burrow. Burrow is just about complete. That's where we were going there. And I was looking for tunneling claws. Do they have the tunneling claws? No. No tunneling claws yet. Okay, so, and I don't know where I was going with that. Sync looks like he's getting up on a third and using those gateways to block, fairly common tactic there. But again, putting those photon cannons a little bit too close to the front door. It looks like the roaches can just waltz around here anyway. I don't know if he's going to try to totally block this off or not. Not sure. Mass going for a fourth. He does have a fairly decent chunk of roaches. Army tab. Ooh, and Colossus upgraded range research being extended thermal lance. That's what I'm going for. Being researched. Not really sure how effective that is against roaches. If Mass was going Hydras, for example, then perhaps that'd be a little bit more effective. But instead, looks like he's going for Infestors. And again, Colossus versus Infestors. I mean, they're fine, I guess, but I don't really know if Colossus is the unit to go. There we go, finishing off that wall, it looks like, or at least getting close enough. And finishing off with photon cannons as well. So, see, this army looks just a lot scarier than this roach army. And all the roaches can do is burrow. Versus, you know, getting trapped by force fields and then zapped away by Colossus or something like that. So, yeah, I'm kind of bored right now. I need to keep this exciting. I can never let that be an excuse for me again. If the game is boring, I need to keep it exciting or divert your attention to something else. So, let's see. I talked about bar crafts. I talked about this LAN in the last game. I talked about Fez, which is totally awesome. Oh, if you want to at least get a sample of Fez, check out my other games.
Holy crap, I have all sorts of distractions today, so I'm going to try to finish this up once and for all. It looks like the battle's going to happen down here at this third base, and the roaches are burrowed. Do they have tunneling claws yet? I don't think so. Not sure why they're exactly burrowed. Maybe they saw the Phoenix moving in? Not sure about that, but oh, actually, vileSync's forces moving back up center. So that may give these roaches an opportunity to strike, especially if Mass sees it coming in here on the Zelnanga Watchtower. But actually, no, roaches moving north instead. No, changing direction. It would not be a good idea to engage because right now, vileSyNc has a tremendously much larger army. And yikes, these roaches just getting hit all over the place. And oh, they do have tunneling claws. I wish you could see that, if in case you happen to miss it in the production tab. Ooh, and a greater spire underway as well, so we may be seeing some broodlords if the game gets to that point. But if I was Mass, I would be rather scared right now because this is a gigantic army and Mass doesn't have a whole lot to deal with it. Instead, Indeed trying to break into this third and cause whatever damage he can, but Stalker's getting in the way. They can't even get up to the probes, and they're trying to take down pylons, and they're burrowed, but they're within vision of this observer who's just going to let everything get totally destroyed. And wow. So Mass killed absolutely nothing in that attack, and as you can see from the army supply, he's in a lot of trouble. It's funny, though, because Mass has 4K in the bank and 1K in gas, but still has not a whole lot to deal with anything. He has some corruptors out, so clearly is waiting for that greater spire to finish so he can morph into broodlords. It's just around the corner. Now it's done. Is he going to... Yes, he is going to morph, but the huge army of vileSyNc is headed inbound, and even that many broodlords can't stop an army like this. Especially with the Blink Stalkers. And this map, though it does have some good architecture for broodlords, like if you could sit up here, if you happen to be outside of the range of the Stalkers, you can do a fairly decent job of attacking with the broodlords, but they're keeping them safe. But I don't see that being a viable option. Broodlords are moving in, and this is going to be the final engagement, folks. If Mass can take down this ferocious army of well, yeah, broodlords are just getting taken down like nothing. So I don't think this is going to go Mass's way, and we'll see if Mass decides to GG or if he's going to fight this out to the bitter end. By the way, well, I should mention also that the Corruptors are doing a fairly decent job of focusing down the Corruptors, and the Stalkers aren't paying much attention to them, but now that the Broodlords are out of the way, those Corruptors fall fairly easily, and the Stalkers are just up in the main. Mass GGWPs, and that's going to be the end of our fake best of 3. Congrats to vileSyNc on that victory. Thanks for watching, everyone. Be sure to comment, like, subscribe, and tune in later. I think it's going to be, well, it'll probably be today by the time these videos get posted on YouTube, but tune in for the LAN that I'll be commentating. Twitch.tv/Clive5 is where I will be. So thanks for checking that out. See you guys next time.